You'll find it in the middle, where red and blue become purple. Keep focus on the mission, and win the competition. Empathy, compassion, ambition, and passion. A little bit of everything, perfect in the balance. Success isn't sweet if you're alone in the end. Cause life is for living, and what's life without friends? VeeFriends. The challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome. Meet me in the V-Dome. If you're stuck in the mud, try shifting the gear. If you're thinking too much, let go of the fear. If you got a friend problem, why not try being kinder? Cause complaining is easy, building bridges is harder. I'm just being honest, nobody owes it to you. But if I can do it, you can do it too. VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome.
Hey, VeeFriends. We're going to kick off the show here in just a minute or two. So take a moment, say hello. I've just pinned up today's chat thread in the nest up above at the top of the spaces. Say hello. How was your week? What was your favorite thing about VeeFriends? Or maybe you made a friend. Tag that friend in the comments. Tell them the VeeFriends Spaces is live. And it's time for 5-5 at 5:55. Love to have as many VeeFriends in the room. Shout out to the 30 folks here right now. Hey, Christy and Bag, Mandy Pants, Cowabunga. KT was the first in the room. We've got a relatively shorter show today, so just a few headlines to run through, and we'll get into convo. So we'll kick it off soon. Please share, retweet, and we'll kick it off.
Meet me in the V-Dome. Meet me in the V-Dome. VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome. Five at 5:55. 5-5 at 5:55. 5-5 at 5:55. 5-5 at 5:55.
It's 5-5 at 5:55. It's the 5 span with your weekly telegram. Knowledge dropping from the week is about to disperse. So let's see what's new in the VeeFriends universe. Hey everybody, welcome to VeeFriends Twitter space. It's 5 span, y'all, and this is 5 at 5:55, where we drop the inside alpha for the fans in 5 minutes or less. Let's go!
And away we go. Thank you, 5555 fan, for that incredible introduction, as always. My name is Jeremy. I'm behind the VeeFriends account today. I'm very excited to welcome you to the weekly VeeFriends Spaces, where we round up the week's biggest headlines and take questions from the community. Thank you all so much for being here. My inevitable co-host, Daniel, is not available to join us right here at the start. Hopefully he can catch us at the end. Got some parent duties he's attending to. But I'm very excited to share with everyone this week's announcement of our partnership with Wonder. I think that's the big news this week. But also for all of our VCon attendees, we just released a POAP. The official VCon 2024 attendee POAP is available to claim now through the end of the year, so no rush, no wallet connect needed. And we're actually going to be joined by the POAP team a little bit later to sort of talk about the things, how they've been iterating and improving on their app, moving to the new POAP home app, and just generally all the things POAP that we love. So all that being said, you know what time it is.
Now it's time for the question of the day.
So today's question of the day is maybe a little unexpected. If you saw the recent Wonder announcement, or you've been following some of the teasers we've shared about the upcoming VeeFriends show coming to YouTube Kids, produced by Moonbug Entertainment, then you will know that there are a number of characters who take a spotlight in the series, above and beyond the many cameos and fun moments we're going to see from many of your favorite VeeFriends. The Bellies collaboration with the mini stickers kind of reveals for the first time outside of the 1 minute teaser we saw at VCon what those characters are. And so we're looking at Perfect Persian Cat, Gracious Grizzly Bear, Dynamic Dinosaur, Empathy Elephant, Dialed In Dog, and the Fearless Fairy. And I would like to know, just sort of like a sentiment poll, of those characters that I just named, of the stars of the upcoming Moonbug show, the VeeFriends show, which one's your favorite? Which one are you most attracted to? And I know that could be difficult. Dano's going to say Dialed In Dog all day. Dano, I want to know your second favorite because I already know your number one. But as we, continue to iterate on these characters and tell their stories, obviously we had a couple weeks of Dialed In Dog comics. Now we're focused on the Fearless Fairy comics for this week. We're really interested to find authentic connections between the VeeFriends characters and you, our VeeFriends community. So it'd be great to know, of those characters, which one are you rocking with the most? It could just be for today. For myself, I'm gonna go with, this is actually really hard. My gut reaction was Fearless Fairy. I wear the Fearless Fairy cap almost every day. I think fearlessness is one of those things that is very difficult to attain, but very important to aspire to. But I've also been rocking with the Dialed In Dog a lot, and maybe it's because I enjoyed the origin story comic so much, but I just think it's a great character. They all have a lot to offer, but curious for you, and you can just tap the chat thread pinned up to the top of the spaces right now to give me your answer for today's question of the day. Which star in the VeeFriends show is your favorite? So moving into our headlines today. The number one headline is our partnership with Wonder Ghost Kitchen, which I will pin up to the top for everybody right now. In case you missed it, this is a delicious collaboration that is live now across the tri-state area in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, in all places where Wonder operates these kitchens. So I'll give you a bit of a brief, and at the top you can see the announcement video from Gary and some of the details. TLDR, this is our version of a Happy Meal of sorts. So within their specifically their kids product, Bellies by Wonder, any order of Bellies comes with a pack, a sealed pack of a VeeFriends mini sticker featuring any of 8 characters in 3 different rarities: the hologram, the 10 times rarer gold, and the 1-of-1 autograph. We know these are going to be super fun to collect. I'm seeing a lot of messages on the timeline asking folks in the tri-state, like, can you help me get these stickers, which is awesome. And above and beyond that, it's just really great to have a touch point, a toy, a collectible, a memento for families to be able to hold VeeFriends in their hand. And obviously, there's a QR code execution on the sticker as well, where they'll be able to scan and they'll be taken to the VeeFriends show and other VeeFriends content. So we're really, really excited about this partnership. Wonder operates out of the Wonder app, pioneering the fast fine dining. So you can get food from some of the best chefs in the world across the 11 locations in New York City, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, making it convenient for your family to enjoy a more gourmet meal. So each Belly's Kids combo, as I said, comes with a surprise VeeFriends mini sticker, adding excitement as the kids collect and trade their favorite VeeFriends. You can see this is a great little GIF that I've just pinned up to the top that shows the hologram version of each mini sticker, and below that you can also see the 2 primary rarities, the hologram and the gold. There's of course an ultra rare 1-of-1 autograph. I've seen some people interested in that, but most people will be getting that hologram. And if you are going to Wonder, make sure you use the promo code VeeFriends5. I don't know if this is case sensitive actually, but all capitals VeeFriends and the number 5 at checkout, and you'll get $5 off your order at Wonder. And this is a delivery service, so don't have to worry about if it's close enough to you, walking distance or whatever. They do deliver. I know that they don't deliver. Like I see Oscar has a comment here. Will they deliver to San Francisco? They definitely have a radius for which they will deliver. And I saw Wonder actually jump in on a comment. I think it was asking whether or not they operated out of Arizona. And they just expressed like they would love to operate in Arizona, but there's no immediate plans that they can share on that expansion. But if you look into Wonder and the kind of culture that they built and the way that they're expanding, we hope to see them continue to expand out of the tri-state area and beyond. And we're very, very, very excited to be partnered with them. If you have any questions about the Wonder collaboration, as always, feel free to hit the request button. We'll take questions and conversation at the end of the spaces as we get through the headlines. The second headline for today is a VCon throwback. You know that we love POAP here at VeeFriends, and we wanted to provide a official POAP for all of the attendees. Now, it's important to know that only those who scanned into the VCon event. This is not available to all VCon 2024 NFT holders, but only folks who owned the VCon NFT and scanned successfully into the event. You have up until the end of this year, December 31st at 11:59, to claim the POAP. And something that I'm really excited about that we want to emphasize, and let me actually grab the link and tweet this because it is just so cool to see how active and vibrant the VeeFriends community is. POAP has created a extension of the experience of collecting POAPs that they call moments. And through moments, you can add your own photos and video directly to the POAP in question. So let me go ahead and grab this link. I was just so happy to see this tweet, and then I want to pin this up. And as we're chatting about this, I'm going to bring up Christy, who we know in the POAP community as the queen of POAPs. I'll let Christy tell her story, but let me get this pinned up because it was just like so, I don't know. I had a rush of emotion and excitement seeing just moments after this POAP went live, people adding their own photos and video to the digital record, the memory of VCon. I highly recommend, as you're listening to the spaces, tap on that link. It's moments.poap.xyz and just look at all the fun things that have been shared. Go ahead and claim your POAP, add your own, and we're going to get into all this now. So, Christy, I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. Happy Wednesday. How are you?
Happy Wednesday indeed. Thank you, Jeremy, for having me on. Things are great. I'm very excited to see all the moments coming through and being posted. Yeah, I'm super excited about this POAP.
Yeah, and our community, as you know, is very familiar with POAP. We do them nearly every week and have for the last several years. But in case there's somebody who is hearing about POAP for the first time, can you give us sort of like the 30-second TLDR on what POAP is and why POAP is?
Yeah, so I've been working on the way I explain POAP because I think it gets confusing sometimes. But POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. POAP offers a platform to issue and collect precious digital collectibles. They let's see how
That's
what
good.
is
I
the
mean,
best.
that's really to the point. POAP offers a platform to collect precious digital collectibles. I love that. And I also love the whole branding of like moments and memories. Like it all makes a lot of sense the way you put it.
Good. Yeah, and as you mentioned, we have this new feature. It's a fairly new feature called POAP Moments, where you can upload media, and it's pretty much a time capsule of the moment through media, or excuse me, the POAP through media. So
Mm-hmm.
you can upload videos, still images, audio files. You can leave a note. It's pretty magical time capsule.
Yeah, and I'm going to issue a challenge to the community right now. I'm seeing, let me refresh to get this accurate number. There are currently 47 moments on the official VCon 2024 POAP. I think we can get it to 55 by the end of the spaces. So if you haven't yet, and I'll go ahead and pin up I pinned up the thread from VCon. Here is the tweet with the link to claim. There's no wallet connect needed. Simply paste your Ethereum address that held your VCon ticket at the time and hit claim. In a matter of seconds, it'll show up in your wallet and you can tap in and add moments You will need the POAP Home app to do so. So many of you who have been collecting POAPs for years will have the legacy POAP app, and simply just go to your app store, search POAP. You'll see the new app there, and from your phone, you'll be able to add these moments. Let's see if we can get, 8 more moments for the end of the spaces. I think that's an easy challenge.
I think that's a great challenge. If anybody has any questions or needs help uploading moments, hit me up, DMs, or just ping me, at me on Twitter. But it's pretty smooth, pretty seamless, and yeah, I'm very excited to see everything that comes through.
Yeah, likewise. Now I want to go over the top. I'm channeling Gary's competitive energy. I don't know if you know the answer to this, Christy, but what is the current record for number of moments on a single POAP?
This is really fun. So when I got home from VCon, I went in and started uploading moments in bulk. So if you are on desktop right now, we're working on making bulk uploads available on mobile. But I would say like in over the next couple of days, you should be able to do bulk uploads. But I was going through trying to upload everything on desktop. That from my all of the pictures I've got from VCon to my own POAP, and a lot of you collected it. So I was capped in the app. I was only able to view 100. We fixed it, and now you should be able to view any of them that come up. But in testing this, I noticed that uh, I think I'm the record holder of moments on my personal
That's
POAP
amazing. Okay,
from
but
VCon.
so it's definitely over 100. So we have a ways to go, VeeFriends. Claim your official VCon 2024 attendee POAP. Drop a moment, and then tell a friend to do the same, because I think it'll just be a fun challenge for our community.
Yeah, and then share your moments. It's super fun.
Yeah, and you can link them in the chat here. Tweet them. Tag VeeFriends. Tag VCon. Tag POAP. And it'll be nice to kind of like have a taste of VCon a month later. I mean, believe it or not, VCon was a whole month ago now at this point. So it's really nice to see the VCon energy on the timeline. And yeah, all of us at VeeFriends are grateful to POAP for helping us set this all up. I don't know if there's anything that POAP is sort of cooking on that maybe you can share, but I'd love, whether that's true or not, I'd love for you to give people an idea of how easy it is to create a POAP. I think doing anything for the first time can be a little intimidating. And I feel like in the last 6 to 8 months, you've really streamlined the process of creating your own POAP. It can take as little as 10 minutes if if you have your media and you know what you want to say. So if I am wanting to make my first POAP, where do I start and what do I need to do?
Yes, so you're going to go to drops.poap.xyz, and you can log in through your Gmail, Google, or any email. We will send you a one-time verification code, and you go in and just hit create drop. If you've got your artwork ready, upload it there, and then title, description, date, and hit submit. Then you're going to want to go select your distribution method, whether it's mint links, secret delivery, or a website, and then request the amount of POAPs that you're going to want to issue. It's pretty smart to think ahead and know about how many people are going to be attending that you want to collect your POAP. Enter the number and hit submit. We offer a form. You can fill out the form. It is highly recommended that you fill out the form so curation at POAP can get a better idea as to what your plan is for your POAP. It's not required, but it is recommended. And then curation reviews. And typically speaking, these days, curation goes through and reviews, drops, and approves or gets back to you within an hour. Sometimes faster, sometimes a little bit longer. But we ask that you give us up to like 24 hours to review the actual drop. But we also have CS available 24/7 pretty much. Any POAP website, go to the bottom right. There's a chat bubble. You can reach out and ask questions if you have submitted something and that you haven't heard back, or there's no progress been made. You just open up a chat with us and we say hey.
It's that simple. Yeah, in all my experience, I mean, I'm not a POAP. I'm not. What's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm not a prolific POAP maker, but I've made a few in my time, and the POAP team has always been so quick to help. And there's a lot of folks. Christie's my go-to source, but tons of us in the community have made these POAPs, and I encourage you to try it. I don't know. I don't know that it needs to necessarily be a ceremonial event to have a POAP. I've seen people make POAPs for birthdays, for accomplishments. They hit a certain follower goal, or they stuck with a diet routine for a week. Maybe it's for an anniversary of some kind. It's a really great way to, like Christy said, have these memories on chain and also share it with the friends and family that you love. So I pinned up
Absolutely.
a. Oh, go ahead, Christy.
I just was agreeing. Absolutely. It's we've tried to make it a pretty seamless experience, but you really can commemorate any event that is important to you. It doesn't have to be a conference. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's two or more people can be involved. It's a really special way. You can also reserve your POAPs via email. So if you don't have an account, or excuse me, a wallet, you can reserve it using an email address, and that opens up a whole new can of worms. We don't have time for it right now, but if you do create an account, you can actually go through and create an onpoap.eth. So it's basically an ENS that we offer to you, and it opens up a wallet for you, creates a wallet for you, and then yeah,
Amazing.
you can go from there.
It's very cool. I wasn't aware of that. So, sort of like on that note of the sort of second and third layer of offerings that POAP has, where does the POAP community congregate? I know that there's been a Discord for since as long as I can remember. Is the Discord still like the main place, or where should people who are enjoying collecting POAPs relate with each other?
That's a great question. So we've got a Telegram group, we have a Discord server, and there's a lot of community members that are very active on Farcaster, as well
Mm-hmm.
as Twitter, but less so. It's more active on Farcaster, Warpcast, Farcaster.
That makes perfect sense. Um, Wonderful. Just by show of emojis, I know we talked a little bit about Warpcast and Farcaster with the release of the VCon 2024 tickets on base. As a reminder, Farcaster is a decentralized social infrastructure built on top of Base, very, very popular in the general Ethereum community. I'm just curious if folks are on that platform. If you want to throw up 100, if you have oh, Evan definitely does. Nice. That makes sense. Good to see you in here, Evan. Thanks for popping by. Kelso's got one. Yep. It's I don't want to get too off topic with Farcaster, but it's in my mind, it's so worth exploring. It's not like the hypest platform of the moment. And it looks similar to Twitter, but the functionality goes so much deeper. It's a great place to play and build. It feels kind of like a sandbox where you can test the content you're making without necessarily the eyes that you would get on a Twitter or an Instagram. Definitely worthwhile checking out, and follow POAP if you go over there. Awesome. Christy, we're mostly done with the headlines. I'm happy to open this up to the rest of the community if they want to come up and chat, ask questions, whatever. Is there anything else that is top of mind for you that you want to share about what POAP is doing, or how people can participate?
The biggest thing I would like to share is we are iterating and changing and updating and doing all sorts of stuff behind the scenes, and when like we really are building every single day. So if you've had a negative experience or a struggle with creating a POAP, or any kind of past experience, then revisit the idea of POAP in your life and create the POAPs. We are always changing, we're always innovating, and there's always new stuff coming out. So again, if you've had any discouraging experiences or something that was a struggle, please reach out to us. Like I said, we've got the chat bubble on all of our websites, and just stay tuned, because while we're still growing, we're still iterating. things now versus where they were even 6 months ago, 2 years ago, are so much better, and it's a much, much smoother experience. But we are here to help you, and we want you to be successful in your POEP experience.
1,000%. If you're in the crowd, would love to open up this conversation. Feel free to request up. The only other thing that I wanted to share with everybody is that we are just 10 days away from Collecticon in Atlanta. So if you're in the Atlanta area, be sure to keep an eye out for that. We'll be there. The exact dates are September the 21st and 22nd. It's always great to have an IRL touch point with the community and introduce the VeeFriends characters and brand to a new audience. So we're really looking forward to that. And I know that many folks are looking forward to our official announcements around New York Comic Con, which is coming later next month in October. I can't believe October is next month. Those words literally just came out of my mouth. A question for you, Christy, sort of thinking about how to not just use POAP as a memento, but as a community building tool. Obviously, one of the greatest opportunities that come from having an on-chain token like this is being able to use the smart contract and recognize who are the owners, users, participants in a given event. I'm sure there are probably also third-party tools, but from POAP, is there an easy way to sort of like export a list of wallets that have a POAP from a particular event, and maybe separately, like, are there some fun activations that you've seen from creators, after the fact? Like, one that comes to mind is when G Money launched his Admit One NFT off the back of the POAP that he gave at VCon 2022. That was like a massive moment, a first for him. And I think about the Adidas POAP that they used for whitelisting for their NFT collection. Is it easy to access those records, and what are some creative executions that you might have seen?
Yeah, so anybody can go to the POEP gallery and view a list of collectors that have minted the POAPs on any drop. Unless it's selected private, just go to the POAP gallery and you can go download the CSV. As the issuer, you have a little bit more access to holders within your own set of tools. But yeah, it's pretty public information. Just download the CSV and do what you need and want with it. As far as other activations, I think some other team members, I don't see, you said Evan was in here. I don't see him right now, but he might have a little bit more valuable insight to share, because my team is curation, and it's called Drop Operations, Curation, and Customer Support. We see all this stuff come through, but we don't necessarily see it through to the end. So I might not be the best person to answer that. But one really cool activation that just recently happened, and I think was a pretty cool success, was the Tokyo Rally. It was a POAP rally held in Tokyo during ETH Tokyo and DAO Tokyo. And what the POAP team did, along with some external help, was we created several drops that were located via GPS to different shrines and temples. So once you attended the initial event, you go collect the first POAP, and then you go through this. We handed out pamphlets, and it had a map on it. You visit different shrines and temples, and when you approach the shrine or the temple, the location of the POAP, you get a notification, or you can go into your app and mint it via GPS instead of tapping or having to scan a QR code. And that was, I think that was a pretty cool success that is worth sharing.
Yeah, I love that. And you invoked him on stage. He's here for everybody to see. The Quantum Cat himself. Evan, I'm so glad you could hop up. Happy Wednesday. How are you?
Hey, happy Wednesday. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
Wonderful. Yeah, I think another relevant thing we just did that Chris was at as well was right during VCon, the burglar brunch for the V Cards competition. We had a big time POAP there. Not only did the organizers do a good job of sort of promoting the POAP Home app prior to the event, POAP Home is the new POAP app that we have. So you may have had an app from POAP in the past, but POAP Home is our new one, which has a lot of new features, including moments where you can upload images and audio and pictures and video from your event. You can upload them into the POAP and create almost a time capsule of the event, as well as having the POAP itself. But they also had a raffle through our POAP Fun raffle product, where everyone who did collect the POAP on chain with their wallet was automatically entered into a raffle. And then we have a website that just automatically cycles through and picks winners from that. So, that's one where it wasn't that big of an event, but they really did a great job. And Christy and I were there as well, but they really did a great job of taking advantage of all the new features that POAP has to offer. And the community really responded, and now has this POAP with all the content right in it forever. So that's the type of stuff you can do with your community. You also, as Christy was saying, you can download all the wallet addresses and email addresses who collect your POAP, so that you can reward them with airdrops, or see who's collected multiple of your POAPs and reward them in some other way. But yeah, I did really think, us being on the VeeFriends space here, it would be great to highlight this VCon event that we helped out with.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. It's like a lot of things in this space. There's so many. As much as Web3, quote unquote, Web3 gets a bad rap for user interface, there are so many tools available to folks. Many, many, many of them completely free to access, that can just really enhance the things that you're already doing, whether in your personal life as a content creator, casually among friends, or even in your business. And I'm really looking forward. I've like, this is so random, but I've actually been like slowly onboarding my barber to POAPs, and just been like telling him a little bit of this and that, because specifically barbershops, and there are others. There are other examples, but businesses that are local, physical, and require a tight knit community, like client based businesses, I feel like are a really good example of businesses that can benefit from integration with NFTs. But for them to learn how to deploy a smart contract, even whether using a no code solution, is just sort of a little difficult. For them to fill out a web form and upload some media is very simple. And then it's the follow-up execution of just sort of building out the network, saying like, hey, thanks for getting a haircut today. We want you to have this gift. Here's a claim code. Simply just put it in your email. And I've been very slow. When I say slowly, I mean very, very slowly, because like he speaks mostly Spanish, and my Spanish is only so okay. But the point being, it's a very friendly user interface using these tools, and you should use them. They're available to you, and they can really enhance the things you're already doing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that falls under loyalty in my estimation. And, I think last cycle, there were a bunch of sort of Web3 loyalty products that launched that, they did okay, but like it didn't really sort of take hold. But we love the idea of POAPs for loyalty. And just like you're saying, you don't have to pay for a whole new platform. You don't need to, launch a smart contract. And once people collect your POAP, then it doesn't matter what tools are built now. But if tools are built in the future, or if we build tools, you say, hey, I'd love for you to build these tools, and we think they're universal, or if someone else builds tools, once you have people who have collected the POAP, they're always going to have that POAP in their wallet. So you can then interact with them in the future, even if you don't have as much to do with it right now. So we've always thought loyalty is just a great use of NFTs, Web3, but especially POAPs. And hopefully in this next cycle that's upcoming, we'll see another push for that. But time will tell.
Time will tell. Well, this has been super informative, and I don't see anybody in their request, so I want to encourage you again. I'd love to open this up to conversation. just hit the request button in the bottom left-hand corner. Evan and Christy are here to answer questions. Whether you're a POAP veteran or a newbie, it's a great opportunity to get to know the team. And like Christy said, they're very much available to help you through any technical difficulties you might be facing or questions you have before you make one. And like I said, make sure that if you did attend VCon 2024, that you go to the link that's pinned up above. It's the second pinned tweet, and claim your POAP. You have until the end of the year to do so, but might as well claim it now and add a moment. And while we're at it, let's get a check. Oh my gosh. Wow. I was about to like hedge and say, I really hope that this 47 number moved. Like, I hope it's at least 50. But I just refreshed and we have 72 moments on the official VCon 2024 POAP, which that is so cool. We're rounding out the show, but like, can we get to 80? Can we get to 80 before the end of the show?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I was gonna say 100, but I don't know. The show might be ending soon. But
Yeah,
go for it.
I don't have an 80 button, so I figured 100 would be a good button to throw up instead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. You know what? Let's go for 100. Throw up 100 if you're willing to help get our VCon official POAP to 100 moments by the end of the spaces. All right, that was fun. Crypto Keys, thanks for joining us. Happy Wednesday, and how are you?
Yeah, thank you. Happy Wednesday. I'm good, and that is an awesome POAP. I wish that I went to this VCon so that I could have gotten that POAP. But I wanted to talk about eBay real quick. But before that, I wanted to ask either you or Christy a question about POAPs. How easy is it, and where do we go to create our own POAPs?
Super, super easy. Go to drops.poap.xyz. You sign in with a Gmail account or an email account. We send you a one-time verification, and then you go in and hit create drop. It's suggested that you have artwork available or prepared in advance, and then you select a title and a description, the dates. You can attach any website to the POAP that you want to share, and then you hit submit. There might be a couple more fields to fill out, maybe location, things like that. But then you hit submit. You can fill out a form to help curation better understand your desires and your ideas, distribution plan, and then go select your distribution method. You're going to see mints, let's see, mint links, secret, website, and delivery. And so you select one of those, you decide how many attendees you're going to have, and you hit submit. And that is then delivered to curation, and they go through their review process. If there's any questions or concerns that they have with the drop itself, they will reach out to you, or the CS team will reach out to you and help you get over the finish line.
Nice. Awesome. And of course, you have to create your image, right, and then just drag and drop it in that process as well.
Yep, and we have a cool cropping tool in Drops where you can, if it's a little too small or it needs to be, enlarged, or you want to crop it a little bit differently, you can crop it that way too. But yeah, it is just as simple as drag and drop.
Nice, cool, thank you. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is I've been having a lot of fun. I went to the first Whatnot VeeFriends space, and that was huge. I actually won my first giveaway, and I was so excited. I'm not even sure what it is. So when I open that, it's going to be a surprise to me, which is pretty cool. But I also bought a couple other things, and I'm selling a couple pieces, and I've been doing really well. I've been getting pretty lucky with the picks and the drops. I'm selling one or two pieces so I can keep the rest, and I think I'm going to make a little bit of profit to keep buying more. So anyone who's not over there in that space, it's a really cool space, and there's plenty of money to be made if you're willing to just buy, and you know what I mean. Every couple packs definitely has a foil, and once you hit a foil, that's pretty awesome. One of those foils I want to talk about is Gratitude Gorilla, 39 out of 100. I really wanted to keep that, but by selling that, like I said, I can keep all of the rest of the items that I got and then buy some more. So I'm definitely having fun. VeeFriends has brought me back to eBay for the first time in 20 years. I used to buy Sega and Nintendo games from there, but yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, I know there's a lot of Gratitude Gorilla fans out there, and I would recommend, just shooting out a tweet, tag VeeFriends, maybe some of the folks who are active in the card community, and they can probably help you. The community is very responsive, very helpful, very honest, very generous. So,
Yeah,
if you don't have any luck on Twitter, if like your engagement's getting nerfed or anything, I would encourage you to go to the Discord. We have a VeeFriends cards channel, and you can also create a dedicated channel to the collectibles that you're looking to trade or sell. So you can make a dedicated channel to whatever it is that you're looking to part with.
nice. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you reminded me of the V Friends card channel on Discord. But definitely a couple people
Yeah.
have already reached out to me and a post that I made. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to watching that this week.
Yeah, 100%. Very cool. Well, I appreciate that. On that note, I'll pass it over to Savvy. Savvy, I like your new PFP. Hope you had a great weekend. Happy Wednesday. What's up?
Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Actually, it is one of our own community members, Rarity Dale, released a set of NFTs under Ethereal Warrior. He has
Yeah, I saw those.
he has a page for it as well. So if everyone looks that up, I can pin it on. I think maybe I can share it in the comments. I can do that later. But
Yeah, please
absolutely.
share it in the comments. I don't necessarily want to pin up a mint, as
Oh
much
yeah,
as I support what Dale is doing. Want to like kind of always over communicate when there's like any kind of wallet connect necessary. I know Dale
yes,
is very trustworthy, just sort of out of an excess of caution. But absolutely, if you have a tweet from Dale that doesn't have the mint link, then I'm happy to pin it up. And I know the cards community is really turning out to support Dale, and in fact, yeah. So that would be my
100
recommendation.
100%. Yeah, I can share in the comments the Ethereal Warrior page on X, and if you follow that, you'll get all of the updates for the account and everything else like that. This particular piece I didn't actually get in the original mint, but Form Chaos was awesome. He and I switched traded a couple, and I was able to get this, and I feel like it really just speaks to who I want to be. It's very much about light and dark and being a warrior in it. So I love it. But I did want to come up for two things. One is that Mr. Messer with the VFAM sessions is now the last Thursday of each month doing something called a trading post on the VFAM Sessions Network on Twitch, which is an awesome opportunity for community members to bring their collectibles and either sell or trade them. So he has like a form to fill out where you just kind of give him information on what it is that you're wanting to sell, what you're looking for, if you're looking to do trades, or if you're just looking to sell, like, just have an idea of your costs and stuff. But the last Thursday of each month is when he's doing it. So it's at Mr. Messer. And it's just a super awesome opportunity for the community to get together and kind of trade collectibles and just have fun and enjoy company and things like that. Besides the other 3 Thursdays of the month where we just have fun. Um, and then also, I don't know if anybody has brought it up yet, but I did see the sticker pin post, and I wanted to put out there the most beautiful thing happened in a group chat that Ross Brown, a wonderful human being overall, but he offered to try and get some of the stickers for people who aren't local. And because they do come with meals, he came up with the idea to potentially donate those meals. And now it's become a wonderful thing where it's over 200 at this point. He's spoken with a local shelter in New York. And so each meal is $12, and then he's doing a $10 flat rate shipping, whether you get one or 1,000. of the stickers, and he will ship the stickers themselves out, but the meals are going to be donated to a local shelter in New York. And at this point, I think it's just under 250 meals thus far that are going to be donated. And so I'm literally getting chills just thinking about it. I'm so huge shout out to the Moon as well. That team donated 200 meals to the get together, and then community members, everything's still kind of rolling in, and then whatever is excess funds that we can't get meals with due to like availability or whatever, the rest of the money will be donated directly to the shelter itself to help with any costs associated with the care of those who receive services there. So he is trying to get everything set up to actually do the drop on to do the food drop this weekend. And so if anybody is interested in that, he did put out a tweet. Ross Brown, he is at LSU Tigers 95, and he is just he's doing all of the him and Sky, and I believe a couple other VeeFriends in the area have volunteered to come over and help as well. And so there's a beautiful like movement happening right now where this collectible journey, what we all knew this community was going to be, is now we're taking our world of VeeFriends and what we believe in and making it the world, and putting it out there. And so if you or anyone you know might want to get some of the stickers and also do something beautiful, get in touch with Ross and he can give you the information, and we can all come together and make a little difference in the world, VeeFriends style.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I wanted to include that in the community highlights. I actually saw Ross in the office yesterday, and he was telling me about this. And my main concern was with hot meals. It can sometimes be difficult, and so it's amazing that he was able to find a partner in this. And like his tweet says up at the top, this community is just incredible. So I know that a lot of people who are not in the tri-state area wanted these stickers. They're actively collecting super stickers and cards and other things, or they have a favorite V friend that's in the set, and it's so amazing to see this come to life. I think next week, once it's all said and done, we can maybe get Ross on here to talk about it, or just like I definitely want to share, how many meals. Like it's an incredible effort, and it's nice to see people like rallying around doing good. So that's what VeeFriends is all about. And thanks for sharing that, Savvy.
Absolutely.
Of course. All right. Last but not least, Kelso, great to see you. Happy Optimistic Otter Day. I mean, I say that because Optimistic Otter Day is every day. How are you? Happy Wednesday.
Thanks for having me up. Always optimistic. I want to offer a testimonial and a question for the POAPs. So I've been using them for a few years. It's actually probably been a couple of years since I've actually used them. I used them for spaces I was running for a while to sleep over. It was like a 12-hour no sound space, and then I would give away a POAP to everybody that attended, and then I would use that POAP for giveaways because I already had the address for that. And with that, I wanted to ask, because there was a problem back in the day where you don't post that the link, the QR code, whatever you get. And it's kind of a tip for creators too. If you make a POAP, you don't post that QR code publicly. And here goes the kind of question for the team or POAP team: is it still a problem where there's what we used to call POAP hunters out there? They're just seeking to mint every POAP out there.
So the answer is yes, but the other answer is that we've done a lot to mitigate that possibility. So right now, most of the time, if you're going to drop a POAP, you would not be given a static QR code. So that's really the biggest issue, is if there was a static QR code and it gets out and it's just anyone can scan it from anywhere. What we have now is our kiosk product at kiosk.poap.xyz, I believe it is. That's one way. If you have a screen, it actually gives you a dynamic QR code, and that dynamic QR code will allow you to, every time someone scans it, it actually changes to a different QR code. So if someone screenshotted it, it would only work one time. We also, within the new POAP Home app, a feature we just launched is where you can actually get one of those QR codes on your phone. So let's say you create a POAP and you would just have to enter the drop ID and the edit code that you're given, and within the app, it'll show that QR code, so anyone can just scan the QR code off your phone. Um, so we're really like dedicated to not having that be an issue, and are always figuring out new distribution methods. We also have NFC devices, near field communication, where people can just tap their phone to the physical chip on a plastic disc that we have, and that'll open up the POAP. So that's only one person can tap their phone at a time. So those are the types of things we're doing to mitigate any of what we call it as farming. So it's really not as big of an issue these days.
Okay, yeah, that's very helpful because I know like a couple of years ago that was a big problem. Like I would have a space with 300 people in it, and 200 of them were Chinese accounts just asking when POAP, when POAP. So yeah, I see that that's very helpful.
Yeah,
And
when it comes to a Twitter space, and that's the more of potentially our secret word option.
mhm.
It's that thing where often people will like do it more of as a surprise. Where like, okay, there's not a POAP for every single space, or maybe we do it at different times of the space. Hey, if someone, even if they are a farmer, if they sit through your entire space for 45 minutes to get the POAP, hey, that's not really farming. They've really actually sat there and listened to the space and collected the POAP. So people will have different times that they drop it. Maybe they'll only drop it once a month, but you won't know which episode it's going to be on, or maybe it's just a randomly do it. So there's ways people are doing that as well. But we do make it a priority on our side.
Nice. Also want to mention it's great for IRL. Like I know we're all Web3, it's a lot of crypto stuff, but I've used it at my brick and mortar business as a dispensary. I brought people in on 420 and they minted, I think it was when you first launched the kiosk thing. I put up on an iPad and had the QR code changing. People didn't even know they were getting an NFT for it. They just thought they were getting like something to prove that they were there. And then that onboarded them and allowed me to give other crypto and stuff away to my customers and help onboard them into Web3 also. So yeah, it's great for Web3 and IRL. It really helps. So I'm going to get back into it more. It's been a couple of years since I've used POAP. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having me up, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. And hit us up, hit me up, hit Christy up if you have any questions with the new stuff.
Yeah, Kelsey, you're going to have a totally different experience creating a drop these days than you did a couple years ago.
Really great stuff, and I can attest to that. I remember when Christy messaged me, it was like, you have to set up with the key, not the kiosk. What is it called where you actually set it up?
Drops.poap.xyz.
Yeah, I remember you texted me so excited. You have to see what we did with drops, and it really is just so much smoother.
It is so smooth.
Cool. Let's keep going around. Afakasi, happy Wednesday, brother. Aloha. Do folks see Afakasi on stage? Oh, good.
Yes.
Hey, how are you? You're a little choppy, my friend. You're doing the rare robot. All right, we're gonna swing back to.
Does that sound better?
That does sound better. Yeah.
That does sound better.
I hear an echo
Okay,
now,
aloha,
though.
beautiful people.
Aloha. I muted, but I think I muted to stop the echo, but I think Afakasi did too. Take 3. All good. We'll circle back to you in a minute. Kawabunga, I'm gonna pass the mic to you. How are you? Happy Wednesday.
Hey, happy Wednesday. I am all fired up with this POAP talk. I'm just
Fun, right?
everything. Yeah, it's super fun. And it's creative too. Like my creative crab vibes are going wild. Like, oh, I've been wanting to do this. And you kind of touched on the NFC tags and the website and being able to link to that. And I'm just loving all of it. So now I want to be immersed into it more. And I'm like, okay, are there some videos? Is there a space coming up that we can all kind of hang out in and just talk POAPs and cool ideas. Yeah, I'm just loving it. Appreciate this this education tonight. This is great.
Well, there you have it.
We don't have any spaces planned right now, but you can definitely hit us up on the social media, the platforms.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll definitely do that and reach out, and I'm gonna kind of just go back and kind of scroll through the website. I'm logging in every time you guys are dropping the URLs. I'm just trying to check it all out and see what it all looks like. So super cool.
Yeah, thanks for being here too.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys answering and asking, all these questions.
Absolutely. Just hit us up. Evan and I are definitely available. Any of our POAP team members on any social platform. We're always very responsive and receptive.
Will do. I love the photos too. I was looking at that when it came out. I thought that was such an awesome component to add to it, and I think I've got 50 POAPs now altogether. Something like 44 of the VeeFriends POAPs.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah, and you can upload moments to any POAP that you have.
Oh, cool. So you can just go back and just if I found something from that date, and be like, oh, let me go ahead and upload that. I knew what was going on.
Yep. All the way
Oh, that's
back to your
great.
first POAP you've ever collected.
Now I noticed the one that we did for the VCOM one, like, when we posted on it, like it went to the feed, so everybody saw that. And I thought that was just so cool. And if you post your own, yeah, no, my brain's just going wild now thinking of all the different things you could do.
Isn't it fun? It's so
Yeah.
fun, so incredible. I love this product that we've built.
Awesome. Afakasi, I wanna try and come back to you. We'll give it a shot.
Hey, how you doing? Aloha, beautiful people. How's everybody doing?
You're
Sorry,
good.
I was in the commissary
Aloha.
doing a little bit of shopping for my military folks. So first and foremost, thank you, Christy. Christy is the POAP queen. She has helped me tremendously on getting POAPs for the last couple of years, and just bringing smiles to people's faces, especially during VCon, during different events. Still trying to get used to it. Hopefully, as she said, the intuitiveness of the app and the user friendliness will make it a little bit easier because it was always confusing. Just want to put that out there a little bit, but I'm excited to mess around with the new application that she has mentioned. But also, we did one over VCon for the Fade Lounge, which benefited mental health awareness and suicide prevention, being that this is Suicide Prevention Month, and yesterday was World Suicide Prevention Day. And I just want to remind those who were in attendance at VCon to grab a POAP. If you didn't get one from the Fade Lounge and the barbershop, we're going to do something special with that POAP. We've got a cool giveaway we're going to do. And if you didn't as well, I got some extra shirts I want to get involved with the POAP. Christy is amazing as well because she did show me for the first time the moments and her dumping the photos in there. And I was just heartfelt seeing all the people, and I've got a bunch to add into there, Christy. So I might up you one with 100 uploads. Shout out to 21 in our VeeFriends community for being the creator that night and content, capturing all the content as well. But truly, I love POAP. It has definitely fun collecting them and going to these events. And then Jeremy, you did touch on something that I am aware of and that I've been doing in my community as well with our barbers. Is one of those things as a POAP because it is something that is great because there's so many barbers and different ways of bringing in business and creating a community, and POAP is a great way to do that and as well as get people onboarded to the NFT world. So I think that is a great way and great uses of the barbershop. Appreciate you for that.
Yeah, 100%. Feel like most people know, but if you haven't tapped in with what Afakasi's doing live on Twitter Spaces and just generally in the community, highly recommend it. That goes for everybody who's on stage and everybody in the audience for that matter. Yeah, we get good people. We get good people at VeeFriends. All right. I think that's our show, everybody. I do want to give Christy the last word, or Evan, if there's anything you want to kind of like double tap on before we wrap up, and then I'll close this out.
Yeah, just
I would,
would Christy, you can go first. I'll go second.
yeah, please go. I just wanted to highlight we hit 106 moments so far before the
No
space.
way.
Yes.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. Keep it
Well
up.
done. Oh wait, so Chrissy, I asked this to Evan, Evan, I asked this to Chrissy. I don't know if you were in the room, but I would love to figure out what is the current all-time record for moments on a single POAP, and then the VeeFriends community is going to crush it.
I mean, Moments is pretty new. There's a chance that this is already the record.
Well,
But
Christy said she did 100 on her own POAP, so
okay, well then you're probably chasing Christy with whatever that record. And just I just
awesome.
wanted to double click on everyone who's wondering, oh, how did we get to 100? It is in one of the pinned tweets above, or I think the last tweet from VeeFriends, but it's that people are going into that tweet. They're finding the link to the POAP Home app in the Apple or Google App Store, or you can just search those stores for POAP Home, and then they're going and claiming the VeeFriends, the VCon POAP that is in the tweet as well through that website. And then they're able to upload very easily within POAP Home into the POAP itself. And that's how we've gotten so many moments. And also, this is breaking news for Jeremy. We're also going to be featuring this drop in our newsletter next week, where we're really starting to build out the newsletter with, featuring a big drop every week. And so that's at poap.news if you want to go and get on our email list. We feature probably 50 drops a week. So if you're doing a drop, you might be featured in the newsletter, but we're also going to now be doing a little bit more of medium form content on one or two of the big drops each week. So if you want to sign up for our newsletter, it's poap.news. And if you want to do POAPs, the best and easiest way to do that is through the new POAP Home app. So thanks, everyone.
Love it. That's great news, Evan. And definitely, I'm sure you will, but definitely share that link. We can when does that get published, that newsletter?
So the newsletter, I think, it goes out on Tuesdays. So, if you go to poap.news between now and Tuesday, just enter your email address. You'll get on the newsletter list. And next week on Tuesday, there'll be an email that goes out talking all about this drop.
Cool. We'll definitely want to include it in our weekly roundup as well. It's been a wonderful Spaces. So grateful to be joined by 55 VeeFriends on this Wednesday afternoon. We say it every week because we mean it. You could have been anywhere on this Wednesday afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are, but you chose to be a VeeFriend. It means the world to us. We hope that you all have an absolutely wonderful rest of the night, wonderful rest of the week, and we can't wait to see you at our upcoming live streams. Thanks so much for being here, and I'm going to play us out with our 5-5 theme song. Have a great night, everybody.
Oh, snap, that's all for now. Thank you all for joining the Spaces. I'm Fives fan, your biggest fan. See ya.
5-5 to 555.
We on a mission of ambition and we won't be denied.
5-5 to 555.
Innovation application with arms open wide.